Okay, Gwen, how can I help you today?
I've been having, I think, just kind of a hard time lately. And you try to, pull your bootstraps up and just move on, right? And every time I try to, I just can't.
Okay, what are some things that you feel like are causing you to feel like you're not able to, like you said, pull your bootstraps up and just continue on?
It's like, I was always raised that, to be independent and take care of myself and get my, kind of keep your shit together kind of thing, and so that's what I play through my head, when I get out of bed in the morning and I don't want to wake up, I just want to stay in bed, I just don't want to get up. But I think, okay, now you got to do this, you've got to move, you got to get going, and so it's like I drag myself out of bed, and then you tell yourself, it'll be easier, if I just do what I'm supposed to do, it's supposed to get easier, right? And it just doesn't. And I've tried everything I can on my own and it's not getting better, so I'm here, you fix me.
Okay, so one of the challenges you talked about is getting up in the morning. What are some things that make you feel like it's a challenge to get up in the morning? What are some of the things you think about when you're thinking you'd rather just stay in bed?
Just sleep, just that it's, what's the point of getting out of bed? What's the point of doing anything? I just rather just go back to sleep, just roll over and go back to sleep and stay there and not face anything and just stay in bed.
Okay, but on those mornings when you feel like that, do you get up?
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay. So how is that once you've dealt with that feeling and decided that instead of staying in bed, you're going to go ahead and get up, then what's your day look like after that?
Kind of the same, kind of just like I wish I could be back home in bed or back home, on the couch reading a book. I just don't want to be out. I don't want to leave home or to interact with people. I get so frustrated. I have a short fuse with people when I talk with them. I don't have any patience, and it's just easier if I just stay home, get out of bed. If I stay home and like on a weekend, if it's a weekend and I don't have to do anything, if I can just sleep until 12:30 or 1, and then I get up and maybe make something to eat and then sit on the couch for the rest of the day. Used to, I would do that once or twice, and I'd want then to go out and do something. That doesn't happen now. It's not enough. I want to just stay. I don't want to fight it anymore. Because you think if I fight and I fight, I'll eventually feel what I'm supposed to feel, and I don't.
Okay. What is it that you think you're supposed to feel?
Maybe just peace, that I'm living the life I'm supposed to, or maybe satisfaction that I'm a productive human being. I don't know. I'm not sure, but just not this wishing that I was somewhere else. And I guess that's what I always wish. If I'm not at home on the couch or in bed, I wish I was. And I get out because you're supposed to. You're supposed to go out and do your job and take care of your kids and do your stuff, but I don't feel like that's where I want to be. I feel like I want to be at home doing whatever it is that I'm doing at home, reading a book or laying around in bed or watching TV. That's where I feel like I want to be. I never feel like I want to be out.
Okay. So when you're at home, do you feel satisfied? Do you feel content? Do you feel like you're where you want to be when you are at home? Like, let's say on the weekends. When you're at home on the weekends and you said you could stay in bed and get up 12:31, make something to eat, and then when you're having a day like that where that's your routine, do you feel content on those days?
Yeah. I'm more satisfied. How about that? I don't know if happy is the right word, but yeah, I don't. I kind of like not having anything to do and nowhere to be. It's just like if one of my kids would call and want to go do something, it's almost like I get mad at them. Like, no, I don't want to go, and what's wrong with me that I don't? Shouldn't I want to go and do that? You know, it's that. It's almost like I'm annoyed that they're calling and getting in the way of my time. And I know that that's not the way you should feel, right? You should want to interact and you should want to be with other people, but I just don't. I don't feel that.
Do you think that part of that has to do with what you do on a daily basis for others?
What do you mean?
Like, on a daily basis, you get up, because what you would like to do is stay in bed, but you
Mhm.
know that there are other people that are depending on you to get up and to go do something else.
Okay.
So do you feel like maybe you're,
Maybe finally doing what I want to do instead
Right.
of doing what everybody else wants me to do.
right,
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. It's finally like getting what I want out of it instead of having to go do what you're supposed to do. But then that's not good because I can't pay my bills if I do what I want to do all the time.
right,
You know?
right,
And
and, yeah.
so but how do I get that feeling back? That just that peace that I'm living a life and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but maybe some joy in it or enjoying what I'm doing instead of just dragging through every day. I feel like that's what I do. I just drag through every day.
And what I'm hearing that you're talking about is you're fulfilling obligations, you're meeting responsibilities.
Checking off boxes. That's what I feel
Yes.
like I'm doing. I feel like I'm checking off the box. Checking off the box. Yeah.
Right, but as opposed to checking anything off, like just checking things off your checklist, do you get any kind of fulfillment out of the things that you do on a daily basis? Like when you're checking off the boxes, is there any type of sense of accomplishment, or you feel like you're contributing?
When I get to go home, then I feel good again because I like counting down.
Right.
You make it through lunch. Okay, it's just a few more hours, and then I can get home. So maybe that. No, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's worth it. I feel like I push and I push and I push. And why not just, I don't know, just, I don't know who else would take care of it if I didn't, but just, just forget about it and just let it all happen and let it all fall apart, and what do I care if it falls apart or not?
Do you think that there are ways possibly that, like if you set a goal each day, you know what I mean, maybe not so much, maybe not so many boxes to check off like you said, do you think maybe that would alleviate some of that and the feeling, because I'm hearing that you're saying that you're feeling kind of overwhelmed, like every day there are just so many challenges and you're feeling like it doesn't matter how much time and energy you invest, you're not going to meet all those challenges, so it would just be easier to stay in bed and not have to face them. Do you think maybe if you possibly tried breaking it down a little bit, maybe?
I don't know, I think it's more that feeling. Because I do what I'm supposed to do. I just want it to feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Does that make any sense? Like when I was a kid, I had a garden, and I knew if I watered the plants would grow, and then I would have tomatoes. And I was happy when that happened. Like it worked, and I watered my tomatoes, and I grew them, and I had fruit, and it was all good. But now, and it made me happy. I was so proud of that, Now there's none of that. There's none of that sense of accomplishment for doing what I'm supposed to do. That's what I want. I want that sense of accomplishment, or the peace, because I'm living my life the way I'm supposed to. It's not there, and it should be there, and it's just something's broken inside of me that I don't feel what you're supposed to feel when you do things the way you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? It's like I followed all the rules, but it's not there. I don't feel what I'm supposed to feel. That was pretty good. How long did we make it?
Quite a while, I think.